Today we are going to be reacting to Fortnite posts like this one from Kyle Wynn. I'm begging you all from the bottom of my heart, call them outfits, not skins. Fantastic Four outfits. Now, this would have actually gotten me, to be honest with you, but I did receive a comment when I did react to the videos already, and when I read that, it took me a second. It was like, Fantastic what, Clen? I was like, huh? And then it actually occurred to me, okay, Fantastic Four skins, but the amount of times that I've probably said Fantastic Four skins is just, that's actually so funny. I can't believe that I didn't even think about that with the amount of times it's actually come out of my mouth, but this is what we're going to be reacting to today. We have had quite a few Fortnite posts chosen out for us, and there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about as well. Thought it would make for an interesting video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's see what some people had to say about that, okay? But I love my Fantastic Four skins. Tater said, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody would be pretty happy with the skins that they got, eh? Lol, I thought this was someone trying to force people to be formal about Fortnite skins until I read the second line. Dude, is it me, or did it actually, take a minute? You know, I've never, hey, Fantastic Four skins are coming to Fortnite. Never occurred to me. Never occurred to me. And excuse me if you can hear my notification over there, guys. But let's continue on to the next topic over here. Hypex posted this, okay? Fortnite has the opportunity to become the greatest sandbox of all time when all of these eventually make it into creative mode. And I've been saying, honestly, guys, this is something that I agree with. I have been saying for a very long time that UEFN is in its infancy. And I know that's not anything groundbreaking to say, but when everybody talks about the metaverse failing, Fortnite going downhill, that type of thing, you have to give this type of thing a good 5-10 years. Look at things like Minecraft, Roblox, how long it took for them to actually become what they wanted to become. As time goes on, I wholeheartedly believe that Epic Games and UEFN and what their mission is right now, they will take over Roblox, and Fortnite is going to go down as the most successful thing ever when it comes to gaming, when it comes to a sandbox, and they're only going to integrate more IPs over time. Could you imagine all the Godzilla experiences that you can have just in recreating the Infinity Gauntlet? And by the time years go down the road and you're able to actually create Battle Royale experiences, I'm so excited for the future of this game, man. It's going to be nothing but positivity. I am completely confident in saying that. Pluto had this to say about it. All mythics at once would be diabolical. Dude, I've actually always wanted a mythic-only mode. I know it's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, they probably could get it done if they really wanted to, but how much fun would it be? A Battle Royale LTM with every mythic ever that's been added to the game. That would be a blast, man. Manny had this to say about it. Facts. Once UEFN unlocks everything, Fortnite turns into the Roblox killer with better graphics. Now, I'm not somebody who likes to go around saying that games are going to kill other games, and I don't believe that Fortnite will ever kill Roblox, but I am that confident in UEFN that Fortnite is actually going to overtake Roblox. I would put money on that, man. I would put money on that as a betting man. I really, really would. I'm so excited for the future. Need Godzilla ASAP? Yeah. Gotta love Godzilla replying to that saying same too. Let's continue on to the next topic. Jojo Josiah said this. I'm so glad Fortnite is open to other body types now because at least 7 of my friends are built exactly like this. Inclusivity. All right. I might have seen this post. I do look at a lot of Jojo's tweets, but man, come on. Hey, you know what? That's why we love Fortnite, right? Is this pixel to represent Cleveland's Audi belly button? There's no way if it's that much attention to detail, but it kind of seems like it is, doesn't it? So weird, dude. So weird. If only I had this mindset when they did Peter Griffin. Yeah, I found the clip in the trailer for Peter Griffin really funny when they ended up uploading it, but at the same time, it would have been a lot better to have Peter Griffin as everybody was excited to have Peter Griffin, you know? Let's continue on to Hypex 2. I have a feeling this AI Darth Vader thing is going to be reused again with the Disney mode to talk to Disney characters, because no way they made something this complex just to use it for 2 weeks and ditch it. Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe it's going to be a better, you know what's funny? Sorry, I know I cut off my train of thought right here. I never noticed the ESPN area. Is this was this just an idea for what Disney wanted to do, or was this something that's actually they're going to move forward with? I don't recall exactly what this is, but you have the Death Star. I've never actually sat down and taken a look at a really hard look at this picture. You have Wreck-It Ralph down here too. You have the magical Mickey Mouse. I like that version, Lucasfilm. Huh. Anyways, I wholeheartedly believe that we're going to be able to talk to Disney characters, and it's going to be a brand new, unique Disney experience, because you guys got to remember, they're going to want this Disney mode to succeed. It's going to be like Lego in the must-succeed category, and I know that I just compared it to Lego, and a lot of people like to look at Lego and just go, oh my god, that's the worst thing Fortnite's ever done. It's been a complete failure. First of all, that's not true. Secondly, you have to give that years, but my point being, I don't think this is something Epic Games is ever going to give up on because of their ties to Disney. Now, with Disney having so much of the company, I don't remember how much they have, but it's enough to be important and have an influence over this. So I think we're going to be talking to characters. AI is only going to be implemented more in video games as time goes on, and it sucks because it's such a cool thing, but I don't really love the AI thing, I don't think Disney is too fond of the idea of Elsa saying slurs or calling people thugs. Yeah. What did Loser Fruit have Darth Vader say? It was like frickety fuckety or something like that. I don't remember. Whenever the clip came out, it was really funny. Could you imagine Elsa? Frickety fuckety, Hypex responded to that and said, it wasn't Disney's idea to add Vader and keep him. Also, Epic are using Gemini 2.0 Flash, which isn't the smartest model. By the time Disney Modes comes out, it'll add smarter models to avoid what happened last week. I didn't know that. Because if you guys aren't familiar with AI, I like to keep up on the technology. Gemini 2.0 Flash is not nearly the strongest model. And man, by the time this Disney Mode comes out, there's going to be even new AI models are consistently coming out and it's only getting smarter and smarter. This was probably a test run for Fortnite. That's my guess. And Disney wanted, they're going to implement it in the game, and what better way to get a bunch of clips with Darth Vader, right? I think that it absolutely was a test, but Hypex is completely correct over here. I didn't even know that they were using Gemini 2.0. There was even better ones that they could probably use back then, Unreal just released live audio to facial animation, so no, they aren't done with this tech. It's obvious. Oh, Unreal just released live audio to facial animation. Really? Maybe I have seen that. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too hard about that one. I don't remember if I've seen that or not. Regardless, let's continue on to offhand Disney in the response. James Earl Jones might be a special case since Disney had his and his family's express written consent to use his voice with AI. Either they go behind the actor's back or offer them inordinate amounts of money to sign away their voice rights. No matter what way they go about it, they're going to get it done eventually. That's they're not going to be stopped by anybody in their voice acting, okay? Super Mush had this to say. Talking to Vader has pretty much solidified that this collab is likely another attempt at Disney Quest, which was meant to be a budget alternative to folks who couldn't visit the parks. Oh, thank God my dog's sleeping. I shouldn't have said that word out loud. As for the other characters, I highly suspect Vader will be an outlier here, given the stigma of AI replication by many actors, especially if they're still readily available for work. Everyone else will likely have preset dialogue options because of this. At most, we will definitely know what will be a likely case for Iron Man because Robert Downey Jr. has insisted even after his death that he will not be used for AI. I didn't know that he used that, but I would imagine that they are going to go that route. A lot of characters are probably going to have those I'm sorry, it's escaping my memory already exactly what it was, but it's going to have the pre-written responses, the things that you could say like that, kind of like how Darth Vader ended up being, but a little bit more structured. But anyways, I didn't even know the Disney Quest is a thing too. It was meant to be a budget alternative to folks who couldn't visit the PARKS. Sorry, I have to spell that. My dog's behind me and she's going to go crazy. I'm shocked that she didn't hear the last one. Okay. I can't see that. I guess it's a good alternative, but is it really the same than going to the PARKS? I guess yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing, but I don't know if it's I'd have to really sit down and think about that one, to be honest with you. Sorry, I caught myself in a lot of train of thought this video. Oh no, yeah, this is 100% them testing the waters to see the player's response to AI voice characters. Yeah, I'm totally with that. Totally agree. But let's continue on to another topic. This is something that I actually threw into the video because I thought it'd make for an interesting conversation. Raggles XO posted this. It's been a recent trend that Epic has been getting lazy and starting to reuse the same poses, reskinning a lot of stuff, so here's a thread of some of the stuff I noticed. And as you scroll down with this thread, it's just a lot of characters using the same poses. My initial thoughts on this is there are literally only so many poses that you can add to the game. I think it's really not a big deal, but a lot of people are making out Epic Games to, constantly be lazy, okay? Sometimes they take that route, but not usually, man. And I don't think that that's really something that we should be going crazy about. Not saying the OP ended up going crazy about it, but you get my point. They have made over 2,000 Fortnite skins. At some point, some poses are going to get reused. Do you want them to start posing the characters like this? I know it's funny, but that's a realistic response to it. They can only do so many poses. Trust me, you'll live. After so and so skins, some poses will repeat. Calling them lazy over this is wild. And he did reply to this saying, I was more calling them lazy for the reskinning. The tweet was worded weird. I'm not the greatest at English, but the poses I just thought was interesting. I don't know. I mean, that's difficult to tell. You always have to excuse somebody if English is a second language. They're not used to speak, or they haven't been speaking English their whole life. And apparently English is the most difficult language to learn. So you have to give grace there, but it is always an easy thing to go back on if you're getting a lot of heat online. So you never really know for sure, right? Emmanuel replied and had this to say. What's wrong with them reusing poses? It's not lazy, it's just time efficient and helps them release more skins. This community always complains about the most useless stuff instead of focusing on what actually matters. Very true. Yeah, like the OG grass. Guys, what is this? So, all right. So, another user posted this. I love this spray. Okay, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you guys here. It's actually incredible to me, like, and I mean incredible as, like, I have to be careful with my words because I want to say incredible with how good this looks, but I mean, like, actually, like, the features of the skin. It's funny how, like, on point Fortnite can get them sometimes, so it's always funny when something like this pops up, and how did you even get, oh, it's an emote. Okay, I was like, how'd the character even do that, man? I don't know if it was Blender, but I think it is just an emote, but hey, you know what? It is a good spray. Can't wait to see the replies on this one. What the? Is that real? There's no way that's real, dude. If not, there's like there's some work done on that one. Yeah, spray. SpongeBob looking off to the side. Yep. But there's always a SpongeBob meme for everything, right? We have Rowley too. Dude, I love that gif. It's so good. But all right, I guess we're continuing down the same rabbit hole because Yoxic ended up posting this. Just fell in love with loser fruit. All right.
Is that your name? Can I just? Wow. No, my boy Kyle says he's never met you.
My boy Kyle, like she has no idea.
Have you ever met him or no? Come.
His name's Kylie. Is that his name?
Kyle.
Oh, I didn't know. What? I didn't know Booga's name was Kyle. Huh. You learn something new every day.
Why are you falling for the rage?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that is Booga, right? I'm gonna look so stupid if that's not Booga. I'm almost sure that's Booga.
My boy Kyle.
Yeah, that's Booga. That's Booga.
Oh, you meant.
Sorry. I don't know. It's a weird angle, I guess.
Here we go.
Never, right? That's what I'm saying,
Don't
bro.
say that on stream because oh my god, you know what they're gonna do.
Bro's dropping. Come on. Bye, guy.
Yeah, this guy's like back at the game. Get out of here.
From originally, like, are you from
Australia.
Australia? Oh, nice.
Oh, good talk. Good talk.
I just see my mods hammering everybody as they should be.
This guy, yeah, as they should be. All right, a little bit of a weird clip, to be honest with you. Bro's looking, no way, dude. He literally is, eh? Wow. Oh my god, that's funny, actually. But I guess that's all for that one, because now we move on to Immature Gamer, who can relate. Actually work on a game or fly around in the editor for an hour. Actually, I can relate to this one, guys, because I used to build a ton of things in Creative 1.0. I was on Creative all of the time, and once I end up doing content full-time, I do want to get into map making, because this type of thing I actually enjoy. I love building maps and building games, things like that, but obviously there's a lot to work on in UEFN, but the amount of times that I've actually just flew around is crazy, and I'm sure that so many people could have that same experience. For me, it's closer to open editor, open project, and close it after 60 seconds. Why? All right. Tem had this to say about it. I either lock in and grind workout like a zombie, or I literally do nothing for hours, no in between. I feel like a lot of people are also like that, because sometimes you just like get in that zone, you know? You just gotta force yourself to do it. This one I've seen. They posted this at the beginning of the month. Fortnite, friendly reminder to touch grass, especially if it's OG grass. Fortnite, whoever's running Fortnite, has been calling out everybody complaining about the OG grass. Elder Game said there's still bots on my grass, though. That's actually a really, really good reply. Peak. I love it. That's the best reply to it. Bro's tired of the Chapter 5 grass complainers. Yeah, I mean, again, I've always understood wanting OG to be as authentic as possible, but I can't believe that people talk about the grass like it's one, such a big deal, two, as if all of a sudden you're going to love OG after the grass gets fixed. And I don't even remember. Yeah, the grass is fixed now, right? Or at least it's, they improved the grass. I don't recall. I don't play OG because of all the bots, man. But let's move on to another topic over here. I'll be for real. Whenever I play nowadays, I get this weird Metaverse corporate BS type of vibe from Fortnite. I realize they're trying to grow their game into more than a BR, but the way Epic handled it by cutting off a portion of the game's soul and Robloxifying it is not right. While I do like the way Fortnite used to structure their lobby and their UI, and I've never been a big fan of a lot of the changes Fortnite's made about their UI, I don't know. I don't look at this and I go, oh man, the Metaverse BS type of vibe. Oh, Epic Games. Like, gameplay is what matters. At the end of the day, I can still load into my Fortnite Reload and I can still enjoy myself. I don't know why people like get so bent out of shape. And oh, I didn't realize this was a response to a post. Fortnite hasn't felt like Fortnite since Chapter 3. The game is a shell of what it once was. I agree with saying like the charm of Fortnite's gone. But the problem with this is like the gameplay is still phenomenal. I'm really, really enjoying myself every single time that I log on, but I do wish that they kind of still had that unique Fortnite feel to it, you know what I mean? And this, like, I missed this lobby screen. Something that I actually missed from Chapter 1 was the old lobby screens. I swear we need this back. Just let us pick the damn mode. If I decide to play a BR, then I won't want to see any of the other multiverse BS. Just play the old school BR lobby. This is the problem. Like, most of us would like this, right? But obviously Epic Games wants you to just, like, keep scrolling, bump into a mode, try a new thing, have it easily accessible, but this is the thing that most Fortnite players want. But on the other side of the coin, I would imagine that the vast majority of players who are not part of the Fortnite community, like, by that I mean the vast majority of players are not the online Fortnite community. They don't care. They're going to log on. They're going to play their game. And Epic Games is still profiting. So are they going to change it? No. Cherio Mystico had this to say. What I wish it had was more of a unique UI design on top of the classic Fortnite feel it used to have. Like, it'd be sick to be able to select the main modes from here. To be honest with you, that's really cool in theory, okay? But just imagine, with Epic Games and the amount of times they have dropped the ball on the UI updates, could you imagine the mess that this would be? Could you just imagine? I'm good, Epic Games. Stop updating the UI. Side modes or creator-made modes in creative should have their own separate tab, like an item shop and locker, while the main game modes should stay the old layout. That would be much more fitting. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't know what's right, guys. There's been so many concepts that I've taken a look at, but let's continue on to another topic, another one that I wanted to fit in for this video. Posted this a little while ago. With how divided Fortnite has become, community-made concepts that made it into the game brought us together. We need more community-made concepts in the game. Don't let a few bad apples spoil the bunch. Involve your community more, please. This is something that I have wanted back in the game for a very, very, very long time. I loved when community-made skins ended up getting into the game, but the problem is, this online community took this and go, "Wah, Epic Games, my skin didn't get added, so I'm gonna hate on the guy who did get added." Now, I know supposedly there's been controversy with Denny. I don't know about that controversy, and I'm not talking specifically about Denny. This would happen with any other creator. People would just freak out because secretly they want their own cosmetic in the game. But again, if it's a money issue, and I've talked about this in the Complete Guide to Fixing Fortnite, there are so many people out there who would die to just have their skin in the game, and they do it for free. You know? DTR Ray responded and said this: "I genuinely think a lot of the world needs to realize a lot of great things happen when a community of people come together and have a good time rather than hating everything." Agreed, but the problem is people are incapable of doing so now. I just fear the incidents that happened with like 2 creators was enough to scare Epic into not doing it anymore and not doing it as much. I feel like they just don't want another one of those situations to happen again, so they don't bother with the community stuff at all anymore. Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad, but this is the state of everybody who's chronically online. The good people just sit down, they chill, you know, they appreciate things, they go, "Oh my god, that's a cool skin," but people end up freaking out online. Dongle said, "Thought I'd kill for something like this of mine in the game. I'd even sell my soul." See, people would do this for free. Like, look at these skins, man. This is an incredible concept. The transformative, and the community has had such good ideas. Look at this. I would buy this. Absolutely, I would buy this. Super cool. Love this style in particular, guys. The pickaxe, too. I love looking at concepts so, man. Looped Zero, also a really cool skin. Love the pickaxe over. I'm assuming that's a pickaxe, right? My guess. Regardless. Very, very cool. Very cool concept. And people would do this type of thing for free. I think it's something Epic Games should do and ignore any controversy, because people are going to freak out either way. I liked Concept Royale and the designs. I even liked making things myself. It led to a lot of arguing and favoritism, not to mention all the other personal baggage that tainted the entire thing. There needs to be an outlet for fan concepts, but the process needs to be better vetted or pay for the concept of the release agreement contingent on a background check. Yeah, that would help. And I did speak a lot more about this when it comes to the Complete Guide to Fixing Fortnite. You can check out one of my 2 videos. I made one in Chapter 4 and another one with Fortnite in 2025, but both videos are still relevant, and I would love to have you guys over there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody.